Did you ever eat something super salty and suddenly feel puffy or unusually thirsty? Like your body is sending you a quiet, little warning? Today you're going to see exactly what's happening inside your arteries when salt levels climb, why some people feel the effects immediately, and how these tiny internal changes can shape long-term heart health. And later, I'll share the signs that your body might be more sensitive to salt than you realize. Plus, simple steps you can use right after a salty meal to help your system recover. Alright, let's jump in. Salt has been part of the human diet forever, but our modern eating habits, they deliver way more sodium than the body was ever designed to handle. And the crazy thing is, the effects are happening deep inside your arteries, long before most people notice anything on the outside. Let's start with how your body normally handles sodium. Your body works non-stop to keep sodium in a tiny, healthy range. Sodium helps nerves send signals, it lets muscles contract, and it keeps fluid in the right places. Your kidneys are basically the bouncers at the door. When you eat more salt than you need, healthy kidneys step in and flush out the extra. But things change when salt intake keeps climbing, day after day. And for a lot of Americans, that comes from restaurant meals, packaged foods, takeout, frozen dinners, and snacks that look harmless but are packed with sodium. So here's what happens next. When sodium goes up, water follows it into your bloodstream, and that creates extra blood volume. More volume means more pressure, and more pressure means your arteries are suddenly taking on a bigger workload. This is the moment your body starts feeling the strain. Now, let's look at what all this really means inside your arteries. First, the blood pressure changes. Too much salt makes your bloodstream hold onto more fluid, so the pressure rises. And your arteries have to stretch more with every single heartbeat, especially the big arteries close to the heart. For some people, these changes come fast. These are the folks who are sodium sensitive. Their blood pressure jumps much more sharply after high salt meals. Others don't feel anything right away. But internally, the pressure is gradually reshaping the arteries. And that brings us to the second big effect, why salt can actually stiffen artery walls. When arteries are forced to stretch more often and more intensely, they slowly lose flexibility. Instead of relaxing and widening smoothly with each heartbeat, they start to stiffen. And research shows that high sodium intake can even affect the cells inside artery walls. It changes how those cells relax and contract. It's not just blood moving through a pipe. The pipe itself starts to change. Once arteries stiffen, the heart has to push harder. That's why long-term high sodium intake adds to cardiovascular strain. But there's another layer most people never hear about. Salt doesn't just affect pressure, it can trigger subtle inflammatory changes inside blood vessels. When sodium stays high, it may disrupt immune cells in the artery walls. Over time, that can lead to thicker artery walls, loss of elasticity, and even early steps toward atherosclerosis. And here's the interesting thing. Not everyone responds the same way. Genetics matter, kidney function matters. Medications, stress, weight, and diet all influence sodium sensitivity. Two people can eat the same salty meal, and their arteries may react very differently. Now, how do you know if you're sensitive to salt? Some people feel it within hours. Maybe you've been there after a restaurant dinner. You feel unusually thirsty. Your fingers or ankles feel a bit swollen. You get a mild headache. Maybe your blood pressure creeps up for the rest of the evening. Or you feel bloated and heavy. These aren't signs of danger by themselves, but they are signals that your body is working overtime to rebalance. Oh, and if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next health tips. Let's dive back in. So when should someone talk to a clinician? If you have kidney disease, high blood pressure, or any kind of heart condition, salty foods usually hit harder. The effects show up more quickly and last longer. And anyone who notices repeated swelling, headaches after salty meals, or rising blood pressure, those are good reasons to check in with a healthcare professional. Now let's talk about what you can actually do about it. The goal isn't to eliminate salt. You need salt. Your body depends on it. The issue is the amount hidden in everyday foods. Here are simple, sustainable strategies you can use daily to reduce the impact of high sodium. Cook at home more often with fresh ingredients. Rinse canned beans, vegetables, or tuna to wash away some of the sodium. Choose low-sodium versions of staples like broth, tomato sauce, or soy sauce. Use herbs, citrus, and spices for flavor instead of extra salt. And add more potassium-rich foods into your routine. Potassium helps balance sodium naturally. Which brings us to food labels. Sodium adds up fast. You might not even taste it, but it's there. Soup, sauces, deli meats, frozen meals, bread, even cereals. Now, most adults are encouraged to aim for around 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. And if you have high blood pressure, even less. But what about those days when you already had a salty meal? Here's how to help your body recover. Drink water throughout the day to help kidneys flush out the excess. Eat foods high in potassium like bananas, oranges, beans, and sweet potatoes. Take a walk. Movement helps shift excess fluid. And avoid another high-sodium meal on the same day. These steps won't make everything go back to normal instantly, but they absolutely help your body rebalance faster. Quick break, but this is important. Did you know that many Americans have high blood pressure? The best way to control it isn't just medication. Natural approaches can make a huge difference and improve your quality of life even if you don't have hypertension. That's why we created our ebook, Hypertension Made Simple. Everything you need to know to control high blood pressure. Inside, you'll discover things your doctor may not have time to explain during an office visit. The link to get your copy is in the description below. Now, let's get back to it. Let's wrap this up with the big picture. Salt isn't the enemy. Your body needs it. The real challenge is that modern diets push sodium levels far beyond what our kidneys can comfortably manage. And when that happens regularly, your arteries feel it long before you do. More fluid in the bloodstream, higher pressure against artery walls, gradual stiffening, and subtle inflammatory changes over time. All of these add up to long-term strain on the heart. But the good news is, small, consistent changes make a huge difference. You don't have to give up your favorite foods. You just need more balance and awareness. When you understand what's really happening inside your arteries, it becomes easier to make choices that protect your heart over the long run. And now, let's finish with a few quick answers to common questions. Does eating too much salt affect your arteries right away? Some people feel symptoms fast, but artery changes usually build slowly. Can salt cause inflammation in blood vessels? Yes. Higher sodium levels can influence immune cells inside artery walls. How long does the body take to recover from a salty meal? Most people rebalance within 24 to 48 hours with hydration, potassium, and lighter meals. What is sodium sensitivity? It's when your blood pressure jumps more sharply in response to sodium. Can reducing salt improve artery stiffness? Gradual reductions can help lower blood pressure and may improve artery function over time. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming health videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.